Today in Chicago, Indiana's controversial decision on early voting is making waves.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm Leah.
Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett, here from Chicago.
Let's open the book on this. First up, Indiana Senate is making headlines with their push to slash early voting days, despite quite a bit of opposition. Okay, here we go. From the top, the Indiana Senate Elections Committee has approved an amendment to cut the early voting period from 28 days down to just 16 days. This move was spearheaded by Senator Mike Gaskill, who believes it will save money and simplify the election process. Right? And not everyone is on board with this decision. Democrats like Senator Fadi Kadura and Senator J.D. Ford argue that this could disenfranchise working-class voters. There was also concern from Republican Senator Greg Walker about early voting's popularity. Plus, critics are upset there was no public testimony before the amendment passed. Honestly, it seems like a big shift, especially when Indiana has historically had lower voter turnout compared to other states. So the impact on accessibility and participation is something to watch.
All right, let's roll on. Shortening the early voting period might make it less accessible for some voters, especially those balancing work and personal commitments. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? Indiana's moving from having one of the longest early voting periods to something more mid-range. And the lack of public input, that's a bit concerning too. Okay, let's move on. Next up, Skokie Village is moving forward with what some are calling a controversial development project. So the Skokie Village Board just approved plans for a 68 townhome development on Main Street. This project is being led by Fulton Street Companies and will replace the old Airy Crown Hebrew Day School. It's got people talking, with mixed reactions from the public. Yeah, the concerns are there. People are worried about increased traffic and potential environmental impacts. But the board did include sustainability measures like stormwater management. There's also a requirement for affordable housing units or a cash payment alternative in lieu. It's really about balancing urban growth with community concerns.
Let's unpack this. While development is necessary, it's important that community concerns are addressed too. The idea of cash payments instead of building affordable housing, I wonder how effective that really is in addressing the need for affordable homes. It's a delicate dance between growth and maintaining the character of the community.
All right, on to the next. Leah, you've got something historical for us, right?
Totally. Here's something to get us started. Today in Chicago history, we're looking at Drew Peterson's sentencing and some other notable events on February 21st. Back in 2013, former police officer Drew Peterson was sentenced to 38 years in prison for murdering his third wife. And then in 2016, he got an additional 40 years for plotting to kill the prosecutor in his case. It's one of those cases that really grabbed public attention. And let's not forget, February 21st also marks some other significant events, like the 1965 assassination of Malcolm X and the 2003 ruling on Soldier Field renovations. It's fascinating how these events continue to shape public discourse.
Yeah, there's definitely an enduring interest in criminal justice and historical events. Remembering these key milestones really shapes how we view justice and societal norms today. It's like a puzzle we're still piecing together. Here's where we go next. We're reflecting on Rev. Jesse Jackson's legacy, a world figure who remained deeply rooted in Illinois. Rev. Jesse Jackson, a monumental civil rights leader, just passed away at 84. His career spanned decades, and he was known for his Rainbow Coalition speech and activism, both locally and globally. He had a huge impact, including efforts in South Africa and right here in Illinois. His influence is undeniable, from shaping political campaigns to inspiring leaders like Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul. Jackson's work bridged civil rights and electoral politics, leaving a lasting legacy in social justice movements.
Let's shed some light on this. Jackson played a vital role in bridging civil rights with electoral politics, influencing generations of leaders. His legacy in social justice is something that will continue to inspire and guide future activists. Okay, let's keep this going. Last up today, we're talking about the reopening of a food pantry in Chicago Heights amidst new SNAP regulation challenges. Respond Now, a nonprofit in Chicago Heights, just reopened after a $2.1 million renovation. But they're facing new SNAP regulations that require work or volunteer hours for benefits. This affects many in the community, including volunteers Leandres Tovar. The renovation aims to provide dignity and respect with expanded facilities. It's a timely discussion as national debates on welfare and assistance programs continue. The organization is focused on offering immediate resources and support.
Yeah, community support systems like Respond Now are crucial, especially with these regulatory changes. The renovations really help counter stereotypes of assistance facilities being unwelcoming. It's inspiring to see their resilience in adapting to new challenges.
This has been Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett here from Chicago. Stay informed and join us again tomorrow.